everyone. Jamie Meloni here, host of the all-new That Business Show 2.0, where each and every weekday morning we talk with different business owners, political, and community leaders. And so if you'd like to come onto the program, we'd love to hear your story too. Simply visit tbsinterview.com and find out how to come onto the program. So I'm very excited to have in studio with me today the duo of Patrick and Zezura Ruddell. They are the founders of the Mini Doughnut Factory, which has taken Tampa by storm. And so if you're fortunate enough to live in the great Tampa Bay area and you can experience these mini donuts, it is a marvelous treat. And this business, just in business over about a year or two now, they've been featured as Business of the Year for the South Tampa Chamber of Commerce. They're also Business of the Year for That Business Show last year, the top business that I featured on the program. So I welcome Patrick and Zezura to the program today. Both of y'all welcome.
Hello. Thanks so much for having us. Appreciate it.
And so I'll begin with you, Zezura. Talk to us about the Mini Doughnut Factory and where this idea came from, because these are just donuts that are shrunken, right?
Yes, tiny little donuts. We always joke that we use a shrink ray somewhere, but actually, market crash 2008. You know our background a little bit. We were real estate investors, so the long and short of it was we decided after that market crash that if we ever got back into real estate, it's cyclical. We know that now. We wanted to make sure we didn't put all our eggs in one basket, and so we thought of what other ventures could we do that we could.
And restaurateur was something that popped into your head.
Yes.
A typical person doesn't go from real estate investing into the restaurant business. So how did you make that connection?
We're foodies.
Okay, so you like food.
Yeah.
All right, that's step one.
I think I just posted a meme about that on Facebook yesterday. Yeah.
Like how cool can like a donut shop be for a family business? Like our kids are 13 and 15, so it's very important to us that they're involved in the business. And this is like a sweet business that they can enjoy. You know, if I opened up maybe like an Irish pub, it's not something my children could be involved in.
The same thing.
Right, and your children's ages 12 and 15, involved in the family business, learning the values of hard work and ethics.
Yep, they know how to do things at the shop with us. So.
And this is a fairly unique concept. I mean, we're not many donuts on the market. I remember hearing about this, and my mind immediately thought donut holes, but these aren't donut holes, right?
No,
these are mini donuts.
A friend of Patrick's said, why don't you see what you could do with mini donuts, because they're really popular where I'm from. And so upon research, we see no one does it hot, fresh, made to order, topping it just how you want it. We have our set flavors, but you can customize them, with us.
And who came up with the different flavors and designs of the donuts? How was all that put together in the beginning?
So some of the flavors I think are pretty standard in the donut industry.
But you got some unique ones.
Yes, and then some customers, us, his creativity.
Customers, kids, us.
So customers feed you ideas, and then you go back there and dabble with it?
So we do a weekend special every single week, so we do 52 weekend specials a year. And so we've had some really popular ones recently, like we had a cannoli one, which is like probably by far my favorite. And then the most recent, the guava cream cheese.
That one blew up.
For the Latin community.
I love cream cheese.
The guava is really a
I've not tried that one yet. I
in the Latin community, so they
definitely will be trying that one out.
Now, that one was one of the most popular ones, actually.
To put their business in perspective, they are in South Tampa on Dale Mabry. The lines go around the door each and every weekday morning, and so when you got customers waiting in line for a product, you've got a quality product. After you launched, how soon was it before you started seeing lines around the door or outside the door?
After the 60 days, right about 60 days.
2 months in.
The first month we started really building traction like very quick. I mean, the business was doing, in the first month, I'd say after the first 30 days, our second month of business, we did $20-something thousand in sales. And then it was the 60th day mark where we started to do $40-something thousand in sales.
We just kept doubling and doubling.
Kept doubling. I mean, now we're a six-figure-a-month business. But
wow, incredible! And so you didn't experience a long time operating in the red. Then you were immediately pretty much operating in the black from within like a month or two. I think
the first month was a break even.
First month break. Wow.
First month break even.
What do you attest that to? I mean, when people launch a product, it's hard getting people in the door. How did you get people even to know about your product and come find you?
I think multiple things. I think it's the uniqueness of it, and then it's the social media. Our donuts, people take pictures of them. So the marketing has been our customers. you know, and then us, it was just us and a couple of employees at the shop. We tried to treat everybody like family that comes in, and when we're there, and we try to train our staff to do that.
I saw a quote from Patrick that every donut must be Instagram ready.
Yeah.
So you're making Instagram ready donuts.
If not, we throw it out.
He's been known for taking them.
I'll take them out, throw them out if it's not picture quality. But I think the big thing we're seeing now in the restaurant business, you know, the local communities want to support local businesses. They want to support families, and that's what they get. Like my wife and I and our children, we work in the store, so they get to come, they get to see, they get to meet like real business owners working in the business. And then you throw in, you know, here we are in this social media age. We've got close to 20,000 Instagram followers, which is probably one of the top 3 donut Instagram accounts in the country.
Wow.
And Facebook's, I think, a little over 25,000 now.
Yeah.
26,000. So it's our customers. They're our biggest marketing, you know, advocates, because we don't market. We don't do any marketing.
And I know you take social media very seriously. You respond to every critique, every message that you get. And I even asked you, I said, don't you get to a point where you lose track of the, you know, the comments and the ratings?
Not at all. I mean, that's why we've actually had to hire 2 people to help us just with social media. So we've got an amazing social media manager, Elizabeth Smith, and she actually posts all the photos. She helps us with the photographs. She interacts with everybody on Instagram and Facebook. And then we've got somebody that handles just the inbound messages for orders and critiques and reviews. And then I'll find myself on there more often than not as well, spending a few hours on social media.
He's on there constantly. Look at this, and he'll show me, and then he's the one responding.
I have to know what's going on. I mean, it's important to our business. That's how we can only be better, is through our customer feedback.
Now, we live in a society right now of instant gratification, instant return, and having to wait for anything usually makes people, you know, upset or irritated. But I don't see people complaining about having to wait for mini donuts. Is that a selling factor? Is that something that makes you unique? Some businesses do benefit from that wait factor, I guess.
Well, I think we get a couple customers that complain. But guess what? There's a line for a reason. You said it yourself already. There's a line for a reason. You're waiting because it's amazing.
You're getting warm, fresh donuts.
How you want them.
Exactly how you want them.
And in the future, do you want to keep it that way? Do you plan to put a position or a place into place to where there isn't a line, or is that line going to be, you know, something that you want to kind of always have that demand built up for?
We kind of talk about that because we're like, we want that line.
Right, because people see that and they say,
I feel bad. I don't want them waiting. It's not that I want them waiting, but we want that line. We want them to know. It's an indicator to us that they're repeat customers. It's not just new people coming in all the time. It's also repeat customers, and it's just a big indicator of something that we're doing right.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, you know, some businesses benefit from making people wait. Other people won't wait. But, you know, your product is such quality that people will wait in line, you know, and it's incredible. It's every single day. What time do you open up in the morning?
Well, we have a few different hours. So during the week, Monday through Thursday, or
Monday through Friday, we open at 6:30, and then Saturday, Sunday, we open at 7:30.
What time does that line start to fall? What's that peak hour or peak hours?
I mean, Friday, as soon as we open, all the way through. Really, throughout the entire day on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's the line is all day. Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Friday is when it's like it's, you know, and then Saturday, and then Sunday.
Just forget about it.
Forget it.
So you're a husband and wife team operating in the business. Tell me about the different roles and how you keep those separate from, you know, personal lives, because it's a challenging business for a couple to work together. Talk to me about your different roles and how you keep them separate.
Yeah, so I do a lot of admin stuff. I handle a lot of the accounting stuff. I handle like a lot of that side of it. In the shop, I'm the donut side of it. I make the dough, decorator, that side. He's more the
I want to deal with every customer that walks through the door.
Right.
So the only way to do that is that you're working at the register. I get to greet every single person coming in. I get to talk to them, interact with them, talk to them about the flavors, the concept, and then I like to make their drinks. Like, I like to make different drinks. Like, we all know that Starbucks is the giant in the coffee industry, but they're very limited to their flavor profile options. I can make lattes like taste like an apple pie, a s'mores donut. Like, I can pair the donuts with our coffees, and that's fun. And a customer will come through, and you can almost I could look at a customer like, you're going to get a vanilla latte, aren't you? Because you can just tell them, like, listen, let me make you a different one. Try it, and if you don't like it, I'm happy to just give them their vanilla latte.
Right.
I don't mind, but I want them to try a new experience. And like for me, I tried an apple pie one, and it tastes like an apple pie. there's no turning back. I want
so
apple
good.
pie.
Right.
But you can't get that at Starbucks.
So you got the coffee, you got the lattes, got the donuts. What else do you have in the product line? Any plans to expand into more of a breakfast offering?
Well, we've got the donut shakes as well. So the donut shakes, we were the first person in the entire country to do a donut shake where we actually blend in 2 top donuts so we can make a milkshake taste like any of our donuts. We top it with one on top. And then we also launched a donut sundae, which has the donuts inside of the ice cream, our homemade soft serve ice cream, topped however you want. We definitely have some products in the works, but we have to keep some surprises because we've built a lot of competition in the area. So since we've launched, now there's all of a sudden 5 places trying to sell mini donuts.
Same
so we're
flavors, same box sizes.
Is that frustrating to you to see others mimicking your product, or is it because it's a sense of? Copying is the ultimate source of flattery, or however that quote goes.
Totally get that. I totally get that.
And you can't patent these things, right?
No, but you know what? Bottom line is, Patrick and I put in 80 to 100 hours a week of work in the very beginning, and these people have no clue what this is. And I think we started something really big in the area, and imitation is the biggest form of flattery. But I don't know, step your game up. Some of them are having the same exact flavor, same exact box sizes that we have.
One is even doing the same shakes and same sundaes.
Same everything.
Come up with your own creativity. Be creative.
I joke around. I'm like, do you need help? I want to say, do I need to start posting what new flavors we want to do so that they can do them first?
We had it yesterday. Someone said to me, I put out a post. They said, well, why don't you jump on the Starbucks bandwagon and do a unicorn shake or a unicorn donut? I said, no. I said, you know what? We actually like to make our own waves. We're not going to repeat what other people are doing. So that's what we do. And so we actually have a couple products that we're going to be launching in the next quarter or two. But it's unique. It's never been done before in this industry. And we just need to continue to be pioneers. And like our future stores will have coffee roasters. So you will actually see the green bean being roasted. That's going to be standard in all of our stores moving forward. So we're opening up 4 more in the next 12 months. They will all have live coffee roasting. And that's a big...
So just a couple of years in business, already beginning to expand, and a tremendous success story here out of Tampa Bay. Currently talking to Patrick and Zezura Ruddell. They are the owners of the Mini Doughnut Factory here in Tampa Bay. Learn more about them at minidoughnutfactory.com. Got to take a break, but coming back from the break, we're going to talk about their expansion plans and how they know how to develop the product and get it out into other markets, because growth inside a business is always one of the biggest challenges. How do you grow and what do you do? So we're going to talk with them about that when we come back from the break on That Business Show 2.0, where business becomes show business.
Hi, welcome to Yeager's. We just want to take a minute and show you what we're all about. At Yeager's, our primary business is hardwood flooring, although we are remodelers for kitchen, bath, and general construction. We operate a fleet of shop-at-home vans that have all the flooring type products: hardwood flooring, laminate flooring, tiles, stone, what have you. So we're able to come out first with products in our vehicles and take a look at the setting, how the colors will work, and then to be able to come up with some options and ideas for you. If that's not good enough, we have a large distribution center that we inventory product and have a nice display area.
Hi, Jackie Skelton from JR World Travel here. If you travel, you need a licensed professional travel consultant, not a computer. Your licensed professional consultant can get you more for your time and your money. Value for your money and experience, not marketing salesmanship. When you're sick, you call the doctor. When you need legal advice, you call an attorney. So the next time you want to go on any type of travel, call your licensed professional travel consultant who actually represents you. We specialise in group travel, family reunions, weddings, to escorting large groups or making special arrangements for the disabled. Please call 844-249-0190. We are a full-service travel consultancy offering worldwide concierge service. Air, land, sea, rivers, resorts, locally, nationally and internationally. Remember that number, 844-249-0190.
And welcome back to That Business Show 2.0, where business becomes show business. Talking with Patrick and Zezura Ruddell today on the program. They are the owners of the Mini Doughnut Factory based here in Tampa, Florida, and a great product with lines around the door. And they are in their growth and expansion phase, already just a couple years in the business. So talk to us about what's happening now at the business. Locations planned up in Wesley Chapel, St. Petersburg. Just talk to me about what's going on with the business.
So we knew immediately, just because of the customer demand, that we had to expand. It really was not something we wanted to do so quick.
No.
But our customers are on a daily basis asking us to open up stores closer to them. So our business model as is today is to build a store within 30 minutes of each other. No shorter than 30 minutes, because I don't want to oversaturate our own market. So our plans, we've already signed a lease in Pinellas off 4th and 7th. It'll be 730 4th Street North. We've got the engineering done. We've put in for permits this week, so we should start the construction process the next 30 days. It's a much larger store, a little bit more modern touches. It'll be a little bit. It'll be our 2.0, just like your show. It'll be our Mini Doughnut Factory 2.0. And we have plans for North Tampa / Wesley Chapel, Orlando,
working on that one.
And either Sarasota, Clearwater. We're not sure about the 5th one yet.
Incredible, growth and expansion already, and a lot of people wonder, where does the investment come from? Are you funding this yourself? Are investors getting behind the product? And how do people go out there and find investors to get behind their brands when they are developing?
Sure. So we picked up 2 silent partners for minority position in the company. They invested roughly $1.5 million for us to build out the next 4 stores. We're very fortunate because in 1,200 square feet, in not the most amazing location, we brought in $1.25 million our first year of business, and we're projected to do 1.5, 1.6 for our second year of business. So we've got the numbers, and there's really good, strong profit margins in dough and coffee. Yeah. The biggest cost for us is employee costs. But there was no shortage of people wanting to invest. Our customers would walk in every day,
ask if they could franchise with us.
How do I franchise? How do I invest? How do I get involved?
In fact, some of those people are now some of the competitors.
Yeah. Some of the competitors, yeah. And
but we went through, I'll be honest, we probably talked to 100 people, and we just said no. We kept saying no, no.
Yeah.
And even one of my friends, who is the investor, he offered me $500,000 for half of the company. And I just told him, as nice as possible, F off. I'm like, listen, I know what we have. I'm not interested.
Right.
Yeah, I think 4 to 5 months later, when we had a big restaurant chain in the area offer us 7-figure range, but they wanted more control of the company, I went back to my friend, because we actually were just out having a drink. I said, listen, I've got this offer of 1-point-something million from 2 separate people. I really don't want to deal with them. Do you want to get back into the game? Are you interested in upping your offer? And because we had better numbers at the time, it was a no-brainer.
Yeah.
And literally, it's just friendship, handshake. I said, let's do it. And of course, you've got legal paperwork, but it was a done deal.
Yeah.
It's just you go on your word. You know who I'm talking about. It's just that's the type of deal you do with that person.
Incredible. And so now, is the future of Mini Doughnut Factory? Are you going to be developing a franchise model? Or are you going to maintain a central ownership, or is it still in the works?
We're deciding on that. The first 5 that we're doing, we want to kind of perfect our model. See what we have. We want to go through the process of the building and kind of learning all of that, because the first one we didn't have that. We just kind of had to tweak what was there.
I mean, what do you want to do personally? Would you just rather run your local shop and then let the franchisees control everything else?
Because we kind of go back and forth right now.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, everybody is in our
honestly.
ear about the different things.
Yeah.
The good thing is
Pros
there's
and
no
cons.
urgency. There is no urgency because we're doing so well to make tweaks. So I think I feel like once we get to the third store by the end of the year, we'll have a better understanding. You know, we know some people in the franchising business that can help us if that's the route we want to go. 100% we want to own the first 5. If anything, we would definitely keep the rights to Florida, and then maybe we'd either sell off the rights to other states or just take over the franchising
There's
ourselves.
so many different avenues that you can
And they're two
go.
different businesses. You have your franchise business, and then you have your completely separate, you know, brick and mortar.
Right.
Some people want to run brick and mortar, and some people want the hands-off approach of a franchise.
Right.
So we'll create them as 2 separate entities. And even our coffee, we've created. We're going to create the brand called Factory Coffee. Mini Doughnut Factory Coffee is just
Right.
a little too long,
Yeah.
so we shortened it to Factory Coffee, and so
'cause that
we'll
can
launch.
be
And we can put that
universal.
in stores. We can get that in Publix. We can get it into the other local coffee shops. A lot of coffee shops, they don't make their own beans.
Right.
So, but if we're still a local business roasting 5 miles from them, you know, so now we have 3 potential streams of income that we're really excited about.
And so you came from a background of real estate investing. You also dabbled in domain sales. Any you know, plans to return to the field of real estate investing and domain sales, or are you lifelong restaurateurs now?
I'm getting back in real estate. I'm waiting for this correction to happen in the next 18 months, and then when I can get some inventory again under 100,000, you know, that's when I want to jump back into it, because then we can buy a bunch of houses. Domains is something we're actually always in. Even for our own business, we're very big about protecting our brand. So we own like minidoughnuts.com.
A bunch of variations of that, or
National
something, right?
Donut Day. We own nationaldonutday.com. So we own the different variations and things that could help our business. But we also do some you know, side stuff. Very, very minimal. You know, it's nothing to brag about. Not like what I was doing in the past, but it's still.
Zezura, you looked a little concerned when I brought up the real estate. Is that something that you don't want
So
to do?
I have a love-hate thing with real estate, you know, because like we flipped so many houses. Some of them we, you know, wholesaled. Some of them we actually did the work in, which that's my favorite part.
Yeah. She loves doing townhouses.
Yes.
Easiest projects ever.
Easiest, because you're not responsible for the outside of the thing.
Right.
You just got to do the lipstick inside part, get in and out, and you can do so much in just, you know, these little areas. And
Is that where you had the best of luck with flips with townhouses?
At the last
or you
end
just
of
like
it?
doing the townhouses?
At the last end of it, no. We
At the tail end of our
tail end of it,
we definitely
before we
prefer
started doing
townhouses.
Mini Doughnut Factory, that we were doing well with that. I mean, we
own multiple townhouses in the same community that was actually
community.
near our home in Wesley Chapel. So those were no-brainers. We picked them up for 45 to 55, and they were selling for 100, but we only had to throw 10 into it, just the granite, the paint, you know, stainless steel appliances, things like that. Love it.
Super easy.
So we would definitely love to do those. You know, I would love to get some
Easier
rental
ones.
portfolio, probably, again, when the market corrects itself a little bit, if we could pick up a small rental portfolio.
We talk about this on the program a lot of times. I do the real estate edition every Thursday, and I'm a realtor myself. But yeah, there's not a lot of inventory out there, and a lot of the major players, such as yourselves, were driven out of the business. Fortunately, you landed on your feet with Mini Doughnut Factory. I see a lot of those guys out there. You know,
but that's exactly why. That's exactly
We learned
why.
from the last time. We learned from 2008.
Yes, 2008. I mean, I'm not ashamed to say this. I tell everybody. 2008, we lost everything.
Wow.
When I say everything, we had our house that we thought we were retiring in. We had our cars. We had to sell jewelry just to pay bills. And we didn't come from money. We earned what we had. So all of that was not given to us. We earned everything. But when you lose all of that, you gain.
what did that do to you emotionally? Losing everything, did you kind of just take it as like, well, that's just part of life, let's bounce back? Or did you go through a mental reset to where you went through a depression phase? And because a lot of people can't bounce back from those losing it all types of situations.
For me, I think losing it all actually made my family life stronger, because it teaches you, wow, the people that are still here is my wife and children. So like for us, it brought us closer together than ever.
Right.
From a monetary standpoint, listen, I've been broke, I've been poor, rich, and I could do it over and over again.
Backwards.
Like once you're an entrepreneur, and we've done it multiple times. We've had multiple 7-figure businesses. I'm going to have multiple more before.
I remind myself of that a lot of times too. Is money is recyclable. You can lose it, you can make it right back. You know, your family and health, that's a whole other topic. You know, you want to protect that, but money, it comes and goes. And as
You
long
can
as you're
reinvent
resilient,
whatever career. You know, you can do something different. And that's really basically what we had to do.
It's so fun doing it in different industries, like, right? It's not just real estate. We've done it in 3 different industries. It's a lot of fun. I can't wait to see what's next.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
So there's going to be another next, another industry?
I'm sure. This guy wanted to be a DJ. Okay, remember, we've been together 20 years, so we'll go back 15 before Jordan was born. He wanted to be a DJ. Yep. Not even kidding you.
Didn't work.
We lived in a 2-bedroom apartment, dropped, I don't know how much of our money on DJ equipment, literally in our living room, practicing.
That looks fun. You see those raves, especially like Ultra or something where there's 100,000 people. I can't imagine.
They get good money. You'd be surprised.
He was convinced. No, he was convinced he was going to be the
We will own a pizza shop. Or we'll start a pizza franchise at some point.
That's been a dream.
That's pizza and a bar. Like, honestly, those are like the 2 next things I could see.
Yeah.
Just a cool, like, Cheers type of bar environment to hang out. I'd love to do that, and I definitely will start my own pizza franchising brand.
Yeah,
down the road.
Have you ever thought, or I'm sure you have, but like developing a brand around mini? You could do mini pizzas, mini this, mini that. Have you thought about that, or is that a no-go?
We have. We almost did like a mini cupcake factory, actually. Same concept where you could do the buttercreams flavored on site and things like that. We're going to stick to one dessert place. We don't want to compete with ourselves in the market. And we are focused on one restaurant business right now. If I did a bar, bar won't compete with us.
Yeah.
But the pizza will hold off until 2-3 years down the road once Mini Doughnut Factory is
We want to get these shops up and get it going. It's very time consuming.
We're laser focused today, for sure.
In 5 years, how many Mini Doughnut Factories do you plan to have?
55.
If you ask him.
55. You got it all planned, so you know what you're doing.
Oh, yeah.
You got a plan. That's good. You're supposed to have an answer for that. So,
he's not scared. No.
Yeah.
well, very cool. Real quick, your location in South Tampa. What's the address?
2109. South Tampa.
Yeah, 2109 South Tampa.
I had to think about that for a second.
For people that are lucky enough to live in Tampa Bay and can experience the Mini Doughnuts for themselves, and coming to a location soon near you. So be on the lookout as their brand develops. So Patrick and Zezura Ruddell, thank you both so much for being with me today.
Thanks so much, Jamie.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely. And you can learn more about them at minidoughnutfactory.com. You can find new episodes of this program each weekday morning at 7 a.m. on thatbusinessnetwork.com. And we'd love to hear your story too. Simply visit tbsinterview.com for more information. You've been listening to That Business Show 2.0 with your host, Jamie Meloni, where business becomes show business.